Dr. David Sengeh. We at the studio for can talk on plenty things, including governance. As in the chairman steering committee for Tripartite, we can talk about the steering committee for Tripartite. We talk about the rest formula price where government come with, and we also look at the launch of the feed saloon strategy on fisheries and marine resources. Good morning, Chief Minister, and welcome to the program. Good morning, Salon, again.
Thank you. Good morning.
I just highlight a lot of things or series of things that we get for look at. But make we start first on the work them way you do the ministries, department and agencies them this BNT. What's gonna be the reason for them work them day?
Oh, thank you so much. I usually they go out in the field. They engage plenty ministries often, and then they kind of state house. But many times they go out. It's not always that they're on camera. The reason we bring some camera and highlights this last week. Now we also want to make many people then they see how government will be happening. We want to see show people them, may they ask question, more get a true reflection, and on the spot check also they give you a different perspective. Would they learn plenty about what's in the happen at the institution, and they would they interact with citizens, and when we go out in the field, and they give you a better perspective, and then they make every now and then we can do on the sports visits in our ministry there.
Alright, the first side where you go get for do with you first ministry, I mean the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education. Waiting so far you find out.
Yeah, so I start now the New England complex. We get about 5 ministry there within a New England. We get basic education, tertiary and higher education, social welfare, labor, and works, even in environment there around. But so I'm not been going environment that last time. I go that in 5 ministry then they. Now Ministry of Education, one planet in where I go to see, especially in that ongoing Badia project. Government they construct a new administrative building for MBSSC and MTHE, so that then we will bring the all two together in one house and bring all the different departments there, because we believe in lifelong education from childhood in early education all the way through death, but basic, senior and tertiary and higher education.
So you're satisfied with what you see so far?
No, the project delay. There were many. The Badia project itself, the procurement's been delayed, but currently some lots then they were well on track. This particular lots now MBSSC headquarter being careful, take extra time because you get one high tension cable within that pathway there. So they been careful move the building so that it not go touch the high tension cable, and that get for change the dimension. If you change the dimension, you get for do plenty design work, plenty other structural work there. And also the land they, because na 7-story building, within how the foundation being for they different, so they may get for go 2 floors down for car park ultimately, and for all that thing there. Delayed, but with the hope say the contractor will catch up on time within a year. Hopefully then we don't done that building there.
Okay, away from the Badia project, you say starting worker now the New Englandville complex. We get Ministry of Works and Public Assets, you get labor, you get basic and higher education and other sectors them. In a whole, what in the findings now the ministries, department and agencies, yeah, now the complex first before we go to other places.
So the social the ministry then where you name so now social service sector, service delivery sector, so social welfare, where I go there and meet the ministry, they plan the senior management meeting with some of them partner them, and you don't see how they organize the Hajj business with the VP's office. They don't put structure there, they don't put training there, they don't put discipline and credibility and respect behind the Hajj business. We go now labor and we go through the different units and in higher education as well. We talk about some of the partnership that we don't only do, the loan scheme, works. one part the idea then when we get with works, and at this time make it fine for go out because you they interact. Now that they get about 500 quarter them, and within we say we for do now that we for GIS then one and they digitize them, and in all of them places then the governments will not deploy some biometric facial recognition thumbprint system. They all work, all functional, but I realize say the HR not necessarily use them for, well, in one of the ministry then they use them, but some of the other ministry then the HR now they use them for take action or for monitor whether people then they can't work late or how then they go, and ultimately engage with them and other ministry then other entity then say where you get biometric system for check-in check-out. Government not deploy them more so that we look fancy, we deploy them so that we able get accountability for each individual. That have been one of the major takeaways, but overall the service delivery institution within New England, they actually do their work.
You think they deliver to satisfaction?
Then they deliver. I mean, I was very happy with what I saw. There not be no say at the complex, and it was they were all hands on deck when I came.
And you make mention of one of the ministries where you go work now works. You make mention of government quarters, and recently we do a report we get for do with one quarter we concern the bots we na the Bo government quarter or railway compound. We recently they evict government workman and build church. We are aware of that in DC Waka we go na the place.
No, this not come up in the Waka, but I don't hear about them because I listen to the news.
Waiting governments they make up situations like that, or waiting don't be step so far as chief minister in situations like that?
I think say usually government decision not to just one person they make decision, and there are different layers where they make their decision, and they to the public and to, if you just take her in an instance say they not evict person, then don't transform a quarter, a space into something. It sounds really really bad, but I don't think say often process not don't go through. I'm sure then don't go through the due process and the due diligence for make sure say waiting happen then do it the right way.
Alright, you same also go na SLRSA and SLRA. Waiting again you find out that are two important institutions in there.
You know, for me, I was really lucky because I learned a lot from SLRSA and SLRA. Two things we I learned at SLRSA. Then a perfect example of waiting to happen where government institution partner with private sector. Governments not get plenty money always for invest and for optimize for service delivery and efficiency. Then partner, two examples. One, they may get one garage where they do, and it not being always they at top par, but then partner with one private sector with all the spare parts. Then they invest, then they train people them, and then they repair government motor car them and any other motor car them. The second one then partner with another private sector partner where they can test motor car them for make sure say they're in roadworthiness before they give them life card. Try from me understanding where you go they take long hours, they don't even do one, but now then they do all the life card process within half an hour. It sounds like any sign at the best side of the world. Now like if you go to the DMV in America or you go UK, where you reach there, you push button, the service where you want, you go, you take name, paper, it tell you sign for go pay, you count that code, you put that inside, you go sit down wait, then call your number and you go done. I also see say usually we can hear more SLRC don't go catch boku bike them or boku keke them. I go see them at the place. You see say boku man now to them blacksmiths then and they go make them people then they able know. All them system then they securitized and digitized and efficient. So I've been glad for sitting in the SLRC. The second thing we observe, which is also true now, SLRA is that then people there they don't did it for years. So it easy. I mean, the young man with the SLRA say James. Now they intern as an engineer. Now they don't work from way down college. They grew up through the ranks. The DG now SLRA, they don't did it 23 years. You get all then technical. The average age, time spent. Same for ACC, by the way. The average time spent by employee, we are 15 years, 20 years, and the perception usually now that governments don't change all man, which is not true. And at SLRA, one of the things that we have been really glad about, because we don't hear plenty fake news about IMF don't say governments don't spend $67 million per road. We know they, and this now largely opposition, the misinformed people.
Right.
But we see saying at SLRA, they don't build 17 bridges inside this 5-6 years. They don't build 418 kilometers of road. This not to say, oh, na road they don't start. So this na road who they count from 2018 to now, and you they see the actual evidence of productivity.
Chief Minister, on the issue of the IMF, not to opposition reason, like a journalist reason.
But opposition.
So why attribute them to opposition?
Because Honorable, the minority leader, me and don't argue online, me and don't talk about phone, they don't say that they plenty thing.
So they deny say IMF not cut off salary in any way?
Absolutely not. We there in a program, and we need for make sure say we stay in that program. And within they say fake road then, like I say 418 kilometers of roads, 17 bridges, 9 this government don't build. For go now, I can say people that will go Limbaya. One day from where we form Falaba district, government's not been done put their facility then there. The people in Limbaya, they self matter to we. The people in Falaba, you know, right that it will take 6 hours for Komo Kabbalah, take go na Falaba.
Okay.
Government, 9 get for put infrastructure. The road way they from Kabbalah, take go na Limbaya, take go na Falaba, and hopefully one day we will reach na Mongo, as President say, we need for Mecca. And the road where they from here, Tego Kailan, Tego Koindu, we need for Mecca. The road where they are Tego Banda Juma, Tego Pujan, we need for Mecca. Salon, one pan, the only country then, now West Africa, we don't then they call them cross boundary roads, cross country roads. You able come on Balamuya, Tego Solima Pantara Road. You able come on Freetown, Tego Koindu Pantara Road. These are not small feats. You go now the neighboring country then, that is not true.
Chief Minister, so when last you check Kwendu Road?
It's
because it's yet to be completed.
Yes, but it's ongoing. You left 12 kilometers for reach there. So they on track, but we don't make plenty progress.
Right.
And if you ask anybody, we don't travel go na Liberia, we don't travel go na Guinea. The one thing we then go see Salon a road there, then good. And there's also the misperception that now the former president and I make road there. The former president make road there, he make road there we then being loud butter. But like I say, in the last 5 years, we don't make 17 core large bridges. We then make another 8 more in places we bridge in one day. We don't make 418 kilometers of road, and we get many more where they go on. So yes, we not human capital governments. We not being say we not road though they make, but we actually don't make road and bridges quantitative definitively past them one day we've been saying that in priority.
Alright, Chief Minister, still get for do with road and IMF. Recently we see allegation wherein they say them pay about $67 million to Alimu. Is it true?
I don't know how much they don't pay Alimu, but like I say, then one day where they say allegation, then one day reach now Kabbalah, then one day go from Kabbalah to Mongo. Then one did one.
So you're not aware of this particular allegation wherein they say that because of that IMF
so that's misinformation. IMF, if we all read what's in IMF then say we get spending we would have been planned for. And then spending then yes, now in roads infrastructure, we as a people, now we did determine what thing we want. The people in Mongo and Falaba, they matter to we. they need for get road. The people there where they put on, they matter to we. They need for get road. The people them where the bridge na Kamakwe we broke. Yes, we dey honor. It costs money to make. We have to make it for our people. So we as a government understand, say, yes, we were there in the program, we get spending priorities. But if we know, say, we want to bring services to people in Falaba, we owe it to them for make sure, say, we make that road there. And nobody, then people then they say, oh, the money will say go. They don't want the original in Bayan.
So Chief Minister, you say
sorry on this, and it opens up the agriculture. It opens up so many things.
Yes, culminatively say President Bio don't make more roads than the president. Is that the case? If I get you well,
I say President Bio don't make 418 kilometers of roads, 17 bridges. That verifiable. I don't know how many kilometers road former president make as his flagship. And me and the Honorable when they talked the other day, I see list all the roads they would on list and all the bridges and they 418 kilometers started in this period to now, and there's going to be more.
And the criticism against government in terms of infrastructure now that most of the roads that we government meet their own projects still get challenged. Plenty of them. One at the Falaba Road, you see the Kamakwe Road, you see the Mongo Bendugu Road, and you look at
Falaba Road.
Then you look at the one for Gubon. These roads still not completed for 7 years.
It's a very good point. So roads business are actually SLRA, and I go engage SLRA. There are 3 types of ways in which you fund road. One, now through development partner. The major one there, like Badia, AFDB, so the road for Bukwendu, AFDB, Badia, the road like the Bond Road, and then you get other one there where that GOSL government nine self they pay for their road. Then the Falaba Road now this government self they pay for it. The Pujon Road now this government self they pay for it. And then you get a third component where not through private sector. So private sector go can say I want to make this road, and then you go pay we in the future. These are 3 ways. So if delay there because contractor, because Badia, because development partner, those are delays. If delay there because na government money, now they pay. We not go they say at one length, oh governments don't say for make the road. They will say back, hey governments make roads then boku. Right. It doesn't add up. We believe that we must invest in infrastructure for our people because when you make road, agriculture they did it, development they did it. People don't the free time go down at them village then. People they not been the come go Falaba regularly. Right. But now then they able to do that. Day.
Okay. Chief Minister, quickly before we take break, still on the IMF. Is it true that they don't suspend their support to Saloon?
It is not true. We are in a program and then till we say we need to do corrective measures explicitly. So what is true is that we spend past how much they feel so for don't spend.
On roads.
How
much government don't spend on roads so far?
I don't know, but I don't tell you say we don't make 418 kilometers of roads and 17 bridges. And then they, 9 for be the headline, say this government here, they open up the country, they allow people then for go access agriculture, allow people then for this link on services, maternal mortality. If person in the Falaba, it get Bele, it get emergency, it one can Kabbalah hospital. It they take hours for the die in a road. Right. So if government spends $67 million as an example for make road, we go make and say if person get Bele na Falaba, it did now take 1 hour or 2 hours for car for tell government.
This 67 million are which road?
Now I just reference say you say $67 million, but I know say the contractor when they talk about they make plenty road in this country, not to just one, including the Falaba Limbaya Road. The Kabbalah Limbaya Road, where people then they criticize. They not even Sabu side and they like say then people then they know the parts of Saloon.
Okay.
But important when we understand, say, for Sierra Leoneans in general. I want to talk about IMF in general.
All right, Chief Minister, we come to IMF. Let we take a short break. When we come, we continue for look at more issues we get for do with road. You want for wrap up on the IMF before we start for look at the Tripartite committee. But again, almost una suppose for spend. We wanna overspend where IMF concerned, but
look, it's not a specific number. It has to do with expenditure and revenue. There are targets within the setup for each one of these. But I think what I want to say, plenty man wouldn't just say IMF, not really understand how IMF program they work. Then get complex spandy definition there. And then if you say this is not 1980 Argentina or 2010 Zambia. This is not Salon 2025. Where the leadership of this country get respect and they sit down with any partner and negotiate and discuss terms. IMF program then, like this extended credit facility and other plenty countries and within the IMF program. But when they agree on specific targets, and then targets and they will not meet a conversation again. When they agree on conditionalities, I don't hear you people then they talk plenty. Oh, these IMF not just the pandies, then they pull teacher there. It's not true. Not in Sierra Leone. In Sierra Leone, every conditionality, every development priority target where we set. Now we as governments, they say we want dandy and in alignment with waiting importance for we. Whether not on gender, whether not on children, whether not on governance, whether not on electricity or legislation. So we they set them targets then they and then condition then they because we believe in good governance. Not so posting we not get complex pan somebody within our Washington. Maybe not so we been they trade, but not to we, not to other country then we then they say we will not pay teacher then. You know they not happy now. I be just one for because Bakuma, we can see them, they read online, they don't read some book na 1980, how conditionality make South America country then go down. Not to that they happy now. We get targets them, we able for meet them targets them, and sometimes we don't. And the reason we make it important, because it's very important for the program. Some of this program here during the last government, now President Bill Campus in the program, and they don't do in this program for years. The reason we make it important within the program, now in a precondition back for making World Bank give budget support. Now in a precondition for making EU not been give budget support for a long time, but the need for CC on a day within these revenue collection and expenditure targets for able to make me say I want a credible government. So yes, it's important that we fit those. But I know how many people then feel say then just they tell we governments left and right to thing for do.
Okay. Rounding up on this issue of donor fund. Rounding up on this issue of IMF donor support and roads. You make mention of the roads then where you see the presidents don't be constructed under President Bill tenure, and also bridges. Not be specific. All them roads, bridges we mentioned. Is it government-funded projects or not donor fundings, or included all EU projects, World Bank, and other projects then?
From 2018 to now, 418 kilometers of roads, 17 bridges, and more. Within I want to say, this break down into development partner, donor partner, loan, private sector, and government. Many of them, even actually all of them, even the development partner one, then government still they pay government contribution they. No road not they where they happen in which government contribution not they. So even if you take loan from Badia or from African Development Bank, government contribution there. Even if you get support from other policy like EU, so government contribution there. So government money they go panande, and we would continue for spend, social spending, service spending for opening the country, for make people learn. President Bill say infrastructure, human capital development, social spending, and infrastructure for opening up for agriculture and for making more people there inclusive development.
All right, now let's look at the tripartite where you're not chairman. How far with that?
Very well. Again, me and I only did mention these things because they're real. Me and the minority leader the other day, I see go ECOWAS. They go say to ECOWAS, oh, nothing really happened with tripartite. They can't meeting. First of all, it is same person, but they can't meet.
In the part of the committee?
Yeah, it's the part of the committee, but they can't meet.
So when they attend any meeting?
No, they attend meeting. But it's the same person. I don't know if that person is the briefer or not. But if person is the briefer, it's not on me. So if you can't say nothing really happened, you go talk on ECOWAS, you're doing, and at this Atela, you're doing injustice to your country because you project something we know they happen. The Tripartite Steering Committee, the government set them up, inclusive of all the mayor there, inclusive of chief there, 3 chiefs, National Council of Paramount Chief, civil society, media, large, all man did it. And with the show up, with the track, what's going to happen. In the last steering committee meeting where we see say the AG report on the constitutional review. They just change law them inside one day. You get for prepare the law them and put them into package. So if you go say nothing really happen, but then they fail for say the AG don't put the constitutional review, the public election laws, they don't put the other thing there, their ongoing laws upon the 80 recommendation, like for persons with disability, that law they change. I am information, then they change the law there. All they go on at the same time. If you see, and today with President Bill, they go get the independent functional and management review of EMBs where we do. All man, President Bill, I been talking inside state opening of parliament say because they no one day do independent review of ECSF from where they former. It's a whole day where they make palaver and hala about this institution. Say may then go do independent review and it sets up that committee there. It been they back on the tripartite committee recommendation.
Alright.
And the US government, 9P IFES, when are the leading international body for electoral systems, and then work with the PSRU, Public Sector Reform Unit now, then go outside of this country. Then read all the nationally they not open for them. Then they don't do that independence review there. Then been presenting at the last steering committee. Today we go present to His Excellency because now being asked for this.
Right.
And then the different partner them, the civil society, the other people, and then self only do them work. So the steering committee work, they go fine.
Alright. Yeah, we are say the opposition still gets concerned.
About waiting.
How wanna come about for pick a specific somebody we not go look at her. Then see they know where.
Again, if I don't know that. So this is the
APC
point.
party.
Yeah, APC party get representation inside the steering committee. If APC party headquarter na Hanaben Kakuka Street, no they talk to the leader, minority leader, because in no they go meeting, and not to be fault. Government will get for happen. And if the representative were in the send for go na the steering committee, they brief and food. Okay.
So how
wait, I beg, sir. Now this last meeting, yeah, the APC, the mayor say, oh, one pound the recommendation then from the steering committee, enough for happen, then get doubts panel. Then the other one, it say the steering committee, the tripartite president for set up a body, the parliament for supervise ECSL. Now we say there's already an existing, and if I be headed by an opposition, there's already an existing body in parliament for governance, and guess what? Headed by the opposition. Now say MP, that they like say, well, last time it not been headed by the opposition, this time know. You not MP, not parliament you there. You don't know whether if you a member now in the head committee.
Well, the honorable.
I know. So APC.
So you think say miscommunication don't they between the committee or member them not the APC?
I don't know if that miscommunication or
because
misinformation.
Say, the minority leader not they attend the meeting. I think the one is it a miscommunication in order to get the right information.
I know what you want for to tell people there, because all man know say governance committee there where they do broad governance.
But
all man know say now APC person are in the head.
But this governance committee not start work yet.
Na parliament?
Yes, for the tripartite.
No, the governance committee with the recommendation of the tripartite. We say for make medens, what did they say? For make medens supervise or monitor ECSL. So then they work. Then they monitor broad governance issues, and then they continue for work in the parliament. And like I always don't say, we know they for broke the law. Parliamentarian then they do what in parliamentarian they do. We're independent or interdependent.
Okay.
We know they tell them what's in for do.
Now look at the timeline for all the reforms here, and also the recommendations, the implementation get timeline. How now do they work for achieve this timeline also? We did for the issues here because we dey close to election period, and then review for done before election.
Every timeline from the day where this issue misunderstanding happened, we don't meet her. Where we set up the agreement for national unity, we give ourselves a window for set up a tripartite committee. We set up a tripartite committee during that window there. We give ourselves a period for which the tripartite committee for done then work. We done that inside that period there. We give ourselves a time for make them publish independent functional review. We do that inside there. Nothing a day where we not only do within the timelines then with it. But to your point, election they can. APC know they cry wolf and foul, and then they want for advantage here, then they want make say then a victim ubaya, then you cannot eat your cake and have it. You have to be at the table, you have to show up and actually take leadership, which is what they are not doing. And this is the problem. Because then go can then hala go talk pool press. Look at this press with them pool say redistricting. So and I see the mayor writes too. Well, the mayor has no authority actually for question whether redistricting they happen. None.
But not Sierra Leone.
We
Just
have
like any other possibility.
but that's not authority. You can question, but you don't have the authority. Look, the press release will come up from there. It is misguided. It actually they lead to the division within the country. What's now the process for redistricting? The process for redistricting, now that if you look at the data, statistics from Statistics Sierra Leone, you look at the need for bringing services to the people before they form Falaba district. Now one grade school, secondary school, I mean the entire region. They like today we get more schools there. This Limbaya road they talk, but enough for don't ever lay down at that place. They will not be get district, will not be get new district. They enough for don't get services where they go there. So then people they're not to be motor man there. It was a good idea then by APC. We glad for them. We tell them.
But according to the Minister of Local Government, it say it not in place because the APC not in PPR. So if in the sedan they don't say APC
no. That's your misunderstanding. Wait. It was a good idea to redistrict. It's always a good idea for bring down your population services. The implementation will have been poor. What thing we don't do is that we look at the data from statistics. Not to one census more look at all. Now, APC then they say, oh, this 2020 census, so they mean hala, but 9 they want for use again. They say they don't want to do other census. How can you take your people so for granted that you cost all man for the last census? Now you say you don't want new census. How? So we look at the census data. We look at the demand and services data. We look at the population density. We look at how to bring services to the people. And then we sit down, not just in one day. We go do what's called ground truthing. We understand, we engage people then. Then they make like one day you read this. Not true.
So first time Bank Governor Professor Kelfala Kalon they explain we reporter Musa Kama inside an interview say allege say the present Bank Governor we not Dr. Ibrahim Stevens don't pay himself pension where is still in our office and all entire it's in a corruption. Before we can look at another issue, Chief Minister, you name call on this interview wherein you say you are aware say the Bank Governor present Dr. Ibrahim Stevens don't pay himself pension.
Say inside the meeting who the 9-man talker and I'm member waiting all people then say during that meeting, but I don't depend several meetings for address within the governor say. I find it really unfortunate within governor say.
Why is it unfortunate?
Because it is his opinion. He's making allegations that may not be true. He's maligning other people's character. He's making references to war and the level of corruption within the. I find it very distasteful and very unfortunate. Where there are processes to follow, we must follow it. But on the issues, look, we know they can't air government challenges. Me and don't talk plenty on this matter. Then pay nine salon account. It's a no, they go pay an American account. You cannot like what it's that is legal for make them pay an salon account. But you cannot require that they for pay in a American.
But
account.
the law say we said the person wants let them pay and I didn't for pay.
It was an account that was established here. They paid it in his account. In every one day. It's not a problem that they did that. And this idea that because in a professor in don't read, you can't. I mean, the other governor they not sabi read laws or they not. So I find it unfortunate that somebody when a government official go say that day. And this is the part where I'm objective. Yes, not SLPP. Yes, I'm looking at this government. But I find what he said. I know they can't back
the
down
allegation and a serious allegation.
So may it go to ACC.
As chief minister, you go able for set up committee or look into the allegation there. The former bank governor don't say
corruption charges. Not to chief minister they deal with the anti-corruption commission with the strengthening with state institutions. If former bank governor feels say corruption happen, they encourage him as a good citizen of this country for make a case and send and go anti-corruption commission.
Government ready for pay in pension and US account or we say they don't pay and so now they left.
Not to in detail government how government for do.
But
they don't pay
according to the law, get right for
the money in my account. So make it transfer. We get government switch right now. All the bank they online. Governor, former governor, if you want to transfer money from his salon account to American account, they will do how.
But he said he afraid for allegation of money laundering.
Oh, come on. It's called a switch. It's called, we all get accounts there overseas. Yes? We all get, may it transfer. Now with what President Bill don't do with financial inclusion, you're able to put money in your mobile money accounts if you send on your accounts in America. So if government get money in a salon account, inside one day, it is done by phone. It transfers. The fact that I not do that day means say it just that day now mean by I find it distasteful.
Alright, as we wrap up on this issue, it make another allegation where we don't tell government they want to cut down the way on the travel, and that affects the country seriously.
I think when you speak from a misinformed position and maybe aggrieved, you can see that day. The kind way we like always multiple President Bill travel. President Bill go China. They come with $50 million for the stadium renovation. They go China. They come with $55 million for the how you call it, for the harbor. Where did they? They go China. President Bill travel to China, and how much did it cost? More than $100 million. President Bill go London. Now BII don't. However many times they go London. BII don't commit for make Sierra Leone an investment country for put 100 million inside it. President Bill go America. US DFC don't mix now one of Salon, one of the highest investment country than I am. So governor, within former governor one for say it is a misinformed, limited view for say we need for change we mindset about waiting and how we country they. We country the UN Security Council. We country at the head of CETA. We country actually get convening power with plenty other countries not getting at the world. But we lack this mentality for say you on a plane na risk every time. Now risk who presidents they take for bring car investment, for bring car good people there, for bring car opportunity there. So if somebody like her, we unfortunately they reduce this travel as into expense budget line item, I find again misinforming and unfortunate.
Okay. We want for inform the public. Say we try to get the current bank governor and Bank of Saloon on their allegation there. So, but they say they put themselves together for response to the first time bank governor. The program is still listening to the Good Morning Saloon. It comes to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Anytime from now, we join the opposition leader in parliament, Hon Abdul Kargbo. We say he will respond to some of the allegations them we chief minister is say make against the program. But as we wait for the call chief minister, or would we wait for the technicians then for connect Hon Abdul Kargbo, make we look at the tripartite, the steering committee and the recommendations there. Our government ready for implementing them before we look at other issue?
Government ready 100% for implement everything. 100%. Nothing the way we say we do, we don't want to do. Nothing. Not the way. This independent review of the election monitoring process. Now President Bill, now insane, not supposed to tell her. Now inside Parliament, State of the Parliament, now it talker. It say it want to make and review the electoral monitoring body. And now today they make the reports public. And here's the thing about the report. From 2005, we then make the largest recruitment, now ECSL. Now only replacements and they do. Enough people are not there today within they recruit. Okay. So this is an important point. Okay. We prepare and ready.
Chief Minister only done there. We joined the Honorable Abdul Kargbo, the opposition leader in Parliament. Mm-hmm. We want to respond to some of the things that we say you make against them this morning. Good morning, Honorable Abdul Kargbo, and welcome to the program. Good morning, Saloon.
Good morning, and thanks for the opportunity for allowing my voice to this conversation.
Yes, we got Chief Minister now the studio. We talk about the Tripartite Steering Committee and the recommendation or the implementation of the Tripartite recommendations them. And you name be mentioned as the representative, but you need to attend meetings. These and other concerns then come up. What in I respond to them?
Well, firstly, the Chief Minister talked about the representation at ECOWAS. And not only go talk on a 98.1, he called me. He called me, was it yesterday or the day before yesterday? They questioned me, say, we make her forgo talk this, we make her forgo talk this. But I make her categorically clear to her. I say, he as Chief Minister, not ever get right for regulatory thing to talk as Member of Parliament. He na appoint the appointer. Me na elect the elect me. I advise and say, hey, did the last day ever call me on issues we get for do with the representation? I am not accountable to him. I am not answerable to him. Now, when we go to the crux of the matter, where we say we know the attend Tripartite Committee meeting. How on earth, Parliament decision on Tuesday, you go call Tripartite meeting Tuesday, then you want to left Parliament, we will get critical issues then for discourse, for now go the meeting? I say no. Now get somebody when a senior member of Parliament, when a Dr. Umfaso G. Koroma, let him go the meeting so that continuity go there. Sometimes they don't call Tripartite meeting, ECOWAS Parliament they meet, another day. So now get somebody where now a senior member of Parliament where they go there. Now, when they are talking at ECOWAS Parliament, and we are go always remain for talk. Now that in the resolution, not for the Tripartite Committee first, because the Tripartite Committee, now the resolutions now give back to the Tripartite Committee. In the resolutions, they agree say government for release all the one the way they arrest with elections related matters. As we talk now, we get comrades of the APC. We're still then at jail. When during, before or during or after elections, they arrest them. When the agreement say only people and they then for release them, then they do anything. Then they do anything. I'm not for who talk in ECOWAS Parliament. People and they lavish Chief Minister pull money. They go pay for prisoners. Then I put down. They release them. The one the way agreement say that they release up till now they not release them. Then they call APC for go sit down at table with people and then they die in jail. Then they suffer in jail. They know they talk about that. They're serious for the implementation. We get a lot of things the way they are the agreement of national unity. We get a lot of things the way they know they do.
Honorable,
and they want to give picture as if they do one.
Honorable, are you as opposition leader in a parliament or member of the opposition, don't they engage with government for put them concerns here where you get so or where they raise sooner?
Severally. We don't even meet His Excellency the President on some of them concerns they are where they raise so. We don't work a helter-skelter. You know, later they know all the implications of the law before they went into the agreement of national unity. In the agreement of national unity, they stipulate, say, una for release the one they want to arrest. Up till now, it's over 1 year now. Jail term saved them in the run. Some of them don't complete the jail term. You know how many people that when a comrades of APC where they exile, where they not get 9 camp? You they talk about peace. Now, una get forget the willingness. Now, una get for demonstrator. How job they go sit down no more permitting for money to net, they una not willing for do it una for do. Then you want go regulate me for talk na ECOWAS parliament? No.
Honorable Abdul Kargbo, going further, what thing una dey expect?
We dey expect it. Like when we don't put na the agreement say, then one day when they arrest on or before, let them left them free the whole. The one that way then gets politically motivated cases, let them left them. The one that way, let them show some amount of commitment, not to APC no more for they do things them, not to APC no more for they say this, when they talk APC do them, then not they do something instead that they can, even the backlogs they wait for forgive, the one that way they agree on a document, up to now they're not here. You see, so there is a whole lot of unpreparedness on government side. And at the end, they don't let us talk. And then the chief minister, they question me, say, one for talk, say, fly salon, he go up, he pull smoke, they can land back. He say, I'm not for go talker. I say, like, seriously? I can wait if you say I for. I dey represent the people there. I'm not representing chief minister. And chief minister does not have the right to question my representation. I'm not answerable to him. And I feel say that they don't think well inside. Say he no get right for question me. I'm not working for him. Nobody regulates what I do. I represent the people left.
Thank you very much, Honorable Abdul Kargbo, for joining me in today's edition of the program. Good morning, Salon.
Maybe Honorable will
yes.
provide this response so we will
Honorable they listen online.
Okay.
Yes.
Again, this is an instance where Honorable is misinforming people intentionally. Number one, Honorable a member of parliament that we all elect the parliament. Honorable answerable to me as a citizen, and I tell Anande, say me as a citizen, every citizen get right to call any MP in this country and tell and say na so if for do or not so if for do. But he seems to think that not only the APC people then we put and they now you're answerable to. Honorable, as I told you, you're answerable to me as a citizen of this country, not as chief minister. And me as a citizen, I have a right to call any MP in this country and tell and say, this is my opinion. Honorable go talk now, ECOWAS say, air saloon not safe, so make them pull air saloon flying. Only people know they flying now. Where Brussels Airlines, where you no go, I tell her, I say, oh, I don't care about Brussels, na air saloon, I don't care about. So, he go talk publicly, and at this now we say air saloon not safe, make them pull, make people they not fly air saloon. It's not right. As a citizen, I think he's depriving the country of those and Nande. But back to, because Honorable know they attend meeting, he no say APC, all the people that we been there, the 13 people that we say 100 so, APC they own list what them bring out to win at 13 been there. They don't free them. Honorable no know that they say the list where APC count with, they don't free them. So how, if you've been there attend meeting and tripartite meeting not to Tuesday no more day, and I sure so we'll go take attendance, plenty attend that you know they attend parliament, they attend anyway tripartite day. If you think say this is so important for you, you go able to take 2 hours come on a parliament can tripartite meeting, but you know one day do that day. He's not attending meetings, like I said. Meetings are not just on Tuesdays. You can take 2 hours to come to show up. If he did, if we don't know, say, we government don't free the people, then we did it. The list, we APC give. Backlog, we say na parliament is there. Man, now make a glad way you say if they engage in company in a parliament. And I think it's really one of those things where we as leaders have to be honest with each other. They get right for talking about government and preparedness, na opinion and they, but can't show up. I get right as a citizen for call any MP and tell them, actually not to regulate, but tell them my opinion because the Parliament of Sierra Leone represents us as citizens. Me and him, we get this conversation explicitly. Okay. So I personally, I engage, me and they engage all the time. online, in social media groups. So the relationship with between me and Honorable, a very cordial one, very opposing views, and I think say Honorable for show up. Honorable, I call him by the way. We get meeting today in the State House, Tripartite, 3 o'clock. Honorable, I beg now for show up today, 3 o'clock. More go present the independent functional review to His Excellency.
Alright. Again, still get for do with relationship. We see recently also you write about cell bearing ground, and also you say it's Alex say FIRESTORM bearing ground them FCC plants them 2 million tick them a party in council not able to take care of. What do you mean, Depa?
I say council. I say FCC. FCC is one of the worst managed institutions in this country.
How?
FCC tell us in the plans tree them. We not see them. Then say then get tagged them. FCC now they're responsible for taking care of the bearing ground. All waiting I say, and I put her in quotes and I reference FCC. I say me paddy in council. Me and me paddy oh. Who will go Tripartite to call me BFF. Now me BFF.
What's that BFF?
Best friends forever.
Okay.
Now me paddy. But I say in council, meaning not to aim as a person. Who gonna Wilberforce bearing ground? Ibushi te Ibushi. Yes, me paddy then say, well, you know, for post. So look, with the post, with the share ideas, with the engaged citizens, so that they can be curious, so that they can participate. We are connecting with the citizens of this country. Then say, you know, chief minister, you know, for do that day. Me na chief minister, me na young man, me na leader. I dey listen to people there.
Okay.
Where I post say, let them hold am. Mayor say the Carmigo police for physical incitement of violence. Na slang. Let them hold you. Na slang.
Apa you mean, Depa?
No, so I think I post say that one WhatsApp group. Somebody say the mayor then the cell bearing ground. So 914, you know, it goes lead the country. Let them hold am. It's an expression meaning let them as in it loose. You know, man, like not to abuse, not to, but I don't think say understand.
Okay.
So he attack me publicly, say in the write me letter for cyberbullying, they say they carry me go for physical, they say that incitement of physical violence. But to be honest, Wilberforce bearing ground. Ibushi.
But you don't see the other bearing ground there?
Yeah,
Fence and other things they were inside.
When you talk about Ascension Town, if you go there, now that road there, if you see the place then we did, not to me talker. Now people then say that FCC give them.
Okay.
I didn't say these things. I'm not making them up.
Alright. Chief Minister, again, serious things we happened recently get for do with on the spot check of the Ministry of Education, wherein people only interpret the way how the deputy minister interact with a 45-year-old
Sure.
woman. Plenty people say the deputy minister ridicule that woman there.
I think this is a really good point. Maybe my talk and Pancreo. What would do we work as government official then, cameraman then they did it? That minister did not to the first and single time that they way don't do this monitoring. That we responsibility for monitor exams for reduce malpractice. That minister they be known at one school, 1 hour, it solve problem in the day on camera. They go to another school, they monitor on camera because we they bring governance to the people. You see malpractice. Now there's a difference between school works and private works. School ones get continuous assessments. 30% of your score now because you go SS1, SS2, SS3. That woman there, inside the video when me see, the minister no halapana, you know threaten her, you know intimidate her, he ask her what's in her name, what's in her age. If now they go SS1, SS2, SS3. Now in what they do?
So you don't listen to the woman in your own part during the video?
Now, he answered the question then. Oh, I've been there SS1. Oh, Mina 28. Oh, Mina 45. Clearly, this is now malpractice. We not go to say as a country, we want to reduce exam malpractice. Then we say, not because of an age. We get, if, as an example, we been there live, minister been there live. Then, it been be say, he asked that woman there, and that woman they say, yes, I go SS1. SS2, SS3, yes, I can't with this transition result. If we don't glad for him, we all for the glad, you say, hey, better we then show down this line of development. But not just because people then want for make and like say how we go punish somebody for doing work? We still want to reduce exam malpractice. This not a form of malpractice. Now I understand the point about, well, the school administrator, well, the teacher, well, the other people there. It is true, governments, they investigate, but this was not staged. It was on the spot, live, not to inseminate and publish her, and it just become a coincidence of somebody where they're doing work.
Okay, Chief Minister, before we round up the program, what did happen, or what are the latest on Kwedu Limited?
Governments, they respond. Governments get appropriate channels for respond. Labor, mines, AG, then they do appropriately.
We round up the program. We round up of the note we start with. After you work now different ministries, departments and agencies, then concerns then come up. Like Cottage, one of the hospitals we go, then get issue of PIN code, then get issue of promotion, then get issue of light. In that Iwaka, all the way catalog, when will they see Chief Minister start for take action on them?
Immediately. The next day, now, one of the people, then, by the way, are glad. So many positive things then come. With now in this country, with a trained OBGYN and doctor, then Naya, they're not they left for go anymore. I meet them, some of them they. One of the things we will see, because of the free healthcare, but the woman in the Komote Guinea for Kaya for take advantage. Not right, but then they do an emergency. So Bele woman in Boku did because rain they can, we say them go build space for where they can just for visit. They already don't begin the energy. Governments they continue for expand solarization of hospitals. Action or as me if I go inside as I see problem, they solve it immediately.
Alright, CM. Again, we see a post on partial ban on salon from the US.
Oh yes, the partial ban on visa for salon from the US. Now because for them category of visa then, student visa, tourist visa, then people then they overstay. Data day on possible they get visa where they go overstay. So we salon people then we don't get visa for travel. We go now then category then overstay. Now make them punish. There's a 90-day window and action then they will need for take. But we as the people also need for take responsibility.
So this time around not true. Say salon get visa restriction because initially when this news been
partial, yeah, but well, not been denied. Then it was being considered. Yesterday, President Trump approved that recommendation day for say partial visa restriction for salon, primarily because of overstaying and then category then they not linked to any other policy or government.
What thing will they do as governments for engaging their counterparts?
What would they I would engage with the embassy and with the US government. But now we all responsibility say do ya if you get visa we go as tourists, do ya no go overstay because we go left yonder, they make all the other people there now like with students and we want for go. They're not able to go because they are the one that we been go don't go did.
Thank you very much for joining me in the edition of the program, Chief Minister Dr. David Sengeh.
Thank you.
In the edition of the program, we talk about plenty issues them, and it's a pleasure having you in the program. Good morning, Salon. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.